Deeper question here. We've moved to a system in the last 20 or 30 years where people definitely feel they're voting for a party rather than for a person. In fact, legally, we don't vote for parties in general elections. We vote for an individual to represent us. And up until the rot started in the 1980s, up until the 1970s or 80s, you couldn't even have your party membership on the ballot paper if you were a candidate. You could only have your name, because we were never meant to be voting for a party, but always for the right individual. Now we think we're voting for parties. We've suddenly shifted without any change in the legal basis. We all think we're voting for parties, and somehow it's unfair if your party doesn't get the fair share of seats. But that is actually something we should be resisting, because it gives a huge amount of power to parties. And all we'll be doing is entrenching that and letting them choose who our MPs are, because they put the lists together, and we just tick a box with the party.
Daniel
we need
Moylan.
to be reversing the power of parties and going back to a system which actually, going back to thinking about this as who is the right person to represent me, which is what our system is actually based on, and why it's better than PR.
You know I like you, but come on now. Aren't you just saying this because basically you know that if we had PR in this country, it would be the Tories and Labour that would be absolutely battered. It would be them that would stand to lose.
No, I don't think that's the reason at all. That's why I raised that as a much more important issue about how we see our democracy and who it is we're actually choosing. And I really don't want to live, I would live, but it'd be less attractive to live in a country where all of the candidates are just chosen on party lists and put together in secret rooms, when at least you have choices, you have the possibility of independent candidates, and people have real opportunities to vote for individuals to represent their areas. That's the system that we've always had, and that's the system legally we still have. Go and have a party system if you want. End up like it is true. I'm not elected. I don't actually even have a vote in general elections. Let's get that out on the table straight away. Nonetheless, I live in this country, and you want the Parliament, you want the House of Commons to look just like the House of Lords, where you have people put in by parties. That's absolutely fine.